In the newest Netflix film Luther, The Fallen Son, Idris Elba is back in the trench coat as John Luther, and it might be his deadliest case yet. For his actions during the final season of the BBC show, Luther is imprisoned at the beginning of the new film. It doesn't take him long, though, to resolve to escape in order to apprehend the horrifying serial killer terrorizing London, David Roby, Andy Serkis. It all builds to a tense conclusion that occurs outside of London, shocking for Luther, we know, and it has an open-ended conclusion that could leave you pondering what it all means and setting up a potential sequel. In order to clear everything up, let's break down Luther, The Fallen Son's ending. If you haven't seen the movie yet, there are major spoilers coming. Luther the Fallen Son shows that Roby played a significant role in why Luther was initially locked, in a twist reminiscent of Blofeld. Roby leaked a dossier detailing Luther's transgressions to the media, as Luther was on the verge of finding the adolescent he had kidnapped. Roby couldn't let it go, and while Luther was in jail, he made a bad choice by taunting him. Following a close call in Piccadilly Circus, Luther follows Roby to his frigid stronghold somewhere close to Norway. In an effort to save her abducted daughter, DCI Odette Rain, Cynthia Erivo, Luther's replacement, is accompanying her. Roby believed he could convince Rain to murder Luther by using her daughter, but they ended up working together. For a while, Roby has the upper hand, forcing them to take part in his bizarre Red Room, basically an online site where people can watch people get tortured. Roby drowns after Luther, who is unwilling to cooperate, pursues him onto the ice and into the frigid water. While this is going on, Rain is able to save her daughter in the Red Room, and Luther is able to flee with Roby by using Roby's phone to unlock the door from beneath the ice. It all seems to have a happy ending when Martin Schenk, Dermot Crowley, who had been assisting in finding Luther, comes just in time to prevent Luther from suffering the same fate as Roby under the ice. Although Rain repeatedly wounded Luther as part of Roby's Red Room game, Luther is still alive. Of course, Luther's prison break to either kidnap or murder Roby remains a bothersome issue. Even Luther must pay for a prison escape, regardless of how many serial killers you manage to apprehend, or does he? Luther is flown back to London for medical attention after being taken into custody. He awakens at an unknown moment in a government-safe house, where Schenk welcomes him. A convoy of enigmatic vehicles arrives just as the reunion is about to take place, and even Schenk has no idea who they are. He tells Luther, "I don't believe you're going back to jail," before speculating that perhaps they are there for a job offer. When Luther first encounters Guy Williams' civil worker Tim Cranfield, he receives praise for his work in stopping Roby. Luther is then informed by Cranfield that Chief would like a chat, and he motions for Luther to board one of the vehicles. And that's all we have at this time. Who will he encounter? Luther seems to be going along with it. Since Luther is no longer a police officer, it stands to reason that he might be hired as a covered agent or a spy.